Right.
So you also have to help the customer, the
Mm-hmm.
distributor, from doing market development activities where you can visit the country, where the doctor gains confidence when
Mm-hmm.
actually the somebody from the manufacturing site is
Mm-hmm.
company is visiting him.
Mm-hmm.
And then it happens that the ultimately the usage of the product increases because of
Mm-hmm.
that. There are a lot of things which um, Indian manufacturers do is that they call a lot of doctors to visit their facility.
Right.
They take them to visit around the country, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
doctors these days they like visiting India,
Mm-hmm.
especially the north and the northeast part of India, which is
Mm-hmm.
very pleasant if you
Mm-hmm.
have been there. So these are the things which you have to do for having repeat orders
Correct.
regular basis.
Yes, I mean most of Indian manufacturers, they don't see training and the marketing part as important as the basic appointing distributor or something. I would say if you want to get a repeat order, then any manufacturer should focus on training part, training to the distributor's employee, training to the distributor sales person, because as a manufacturer we know our product well.
Correct.
uh, that's a training and marketing part is one. Second part is that gradually, or once in a 3 month, once in a 6 month, you have to visit that particular country, you have to meet real customer and then understand the challenges. The next big part is a tender business, right? So how do you see tender business? Like, I mean to say that whether tender is depend upon your personal relationship, or tender business is depend upon price, or whether it's a quality, what parameter you need to consider if you want to win the tender.
See, as far as what I understand about tender business is all about connection.
Okay.
The local distributor should have a strong relationship with the Ministry of Health.
Uh-huh.
When the specs are allotted for a particular product, you should be in a position to maneuver those specs.
Okay.
Okay, see to it that the specs are in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
That is one thing. If I think that is done, then the second thing is there is a set of doctors who
Mm-hmm.
are the part of the quality team.
Okay.
You have to ensure that these doctors have used your product and have a good feedback about your product.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then third thing, obviously the most important thing is the price. You should
Okay.
be aware about last year or before that at what price the product had won the tender.
Uh-huh.
So you have to be competitive and give the lowest price.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay, okay. The next part, I think, since we are from the medicine pharma industry, how clinical trial plays important role.
There are certain countries, especially Middle East and countries in Asia, also some of the European countries, they see they use a product on the basis of how old the product is into the market, how
Mm-hmm.
clinically proven the product is.
Mm-hmm.
You may say that okay, this is a new product which is the best, but
Mm-hmm.
has it been clinically proven? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
for example, you eat certain kind of cookies, you use a certain kind of shampoo,
Mm-hmm.
you use certain kind of toothpaste or a
Uh-huh.
shaving cream. On what basis do you use all these products? Why? Because these have been used since ages.
Uh-huh.
There hasn't been any contraindication with that product.
Correct.
The product is effective,
Uh-huh.
and it's cost sensitive. Okay, cost wise it's effective, the product.
Mm-hmm.
So same happens with any kind of medical device or a healthcare product also. If the product is not effective, it's still fine, but
Uh-huh.
what if the product is giving you any contraindications?
Mm-hmm.
So there were a lot of cases where in the western part of Africa there were some products which were exported from India,
Mm-hmm.
and the children they consumed the product, and there were a lot of fatalities,
Mm-hmm.
fatal issues which happened in those countries, which was um, I don't know whether it was because of the product or some other issue, or maybe it was not given in the right dosage form. So
Uh-huh.
that is the reason companies countries always say that your product is good, your product has CE, your product
Mm-hmm.
has FDA fine, but is it clinically proven? That means,
Okay.
are there enough clinical trials,
Okay.
maybe a RCT or a randomized clinical trial done with the
Mm-hmm.
product? vis-a-vis comparison with the currently existing products in the market.
Uh-huh.
And then there are certain parameters on the basis of which a product is judged whether it is effective, yes, but are there any contraindications with that product.
Right.
So that's why there are maybe there are some countries which may not ask for a clinical trial,
Uh-huh.
but there are some countries where the potential is huge.
Mhm.
They may ask for a clinical trial.
Okay.
So any manufacturer should be prepared enough to do that kind of investment, because getting a clinical trial done in European or a Latin American or a Middle East country, there is a huge cost involved in it. There is a huge time that you invest in it.
Okay.
It's almost like 2 years, 3 years, continuous trials.
Mhm.
So it's very important to have a clinical trial.
Okay, right, right.